Moving to Texas at 54. Let me tell you what that looked like. So, I am a person that I believes that life is full of experiences, right? I've always been a person that moved. If I felt like, okay, this ain't working for me, then I will find a job in another place and I will up and move. I've done it several times in my earlier years. I've lived in New Mexico. I've lived in California. I've lived in Texas. I've lived in Missouri. And I've worked in New York. I've worked in Illinois. And, I just feel like life is made for experiences, right? But now that I am 54, it's a little bit different. My children are grown. I'm an empty nester. And I'm not in a relationship. I'm not married. And moving from my hometown in the Midwest to Texas, basically on a whim, was risky. And these are some of the things that I've learned. First of all, when you're 54 years old, I'm going to say me, being 54 years old, I don't have the resilience that I did 20 years ago. Okay. And a lot of my friendships back then came from parents of children because we had that in common, right? So it wasn't so hard for me to meet people because if something was going on at school or my kids, they wanted to go and visit a friend, then of course I'm going to meet the parents and we establish relationships that way. But now that I'm single and I'm an empty nester, I'm noticing that it's harder to make friends. And since I don't have a boo, I don't have a partner to hang out with, I go to a lot of places by myself. A lot of places by myself and do a lot of things by myself. Now, I'm naturally an empath. I'm naturally an introvert. I can be an extrovert if need be, situational, but I don't have a problem entertaining myself. But sometimes I get lonely. Like literally, sometimes I would love to have a community of like-minded people or platonic friendships, platonic male friendships, or even just a romantic relationship with somebody, the right person that I can spend time with. So what does my life look like at 54? I get up, I work from home, log into the computer, do my work, get off, and I watch YouTube or TikTok or social media. I work on my own business ventures, and then I go to bed. It's pretty boring, right? But I decided to do something different. I decided to start this channel, actually, because at 54 years old, I have a lot of lived experience and a lot of stories to tell. A lot of lessons that I've learned, some things I wish I would have known, things I wish I could have tell myself at 54 that I know now that I would have told myself in my 40s, in my 30s, in my 20s. I have the lived wisdom. And although I'm single and I don't have a partner, my life is just beginning. Like, this is the season where I should be kicking it, right? I should be going, traveling, meeting new people, having new experiences. The things that I wanted to do in my 30s and I wasn't able to do because of my responsibilities as a single parent, I can do now. And so I'm inviting you to come along with me. One thing that I did was I wrote my second book. Now, I wrote the first book, I believe in 2016, called The Voice Within. And I went into detail about some of the things that happened in my life. And the second book is about what I learned as a result of those things that happened in my life. So the second book is called When the Noise Finally Settled. And I just launched that book along with the companion journal as well. Because I believe that I'm not the only one at 54 years old that feels a little lost. Like, what do I do now? My identity was wrapped up in being a single mother. My identity was wrapped up in being a HR professional. And now it's like I'm nearing retirement. What am I going to do? My children are grown. They have lives of their own. One of my daughters is married and I'm a grandmother. And my other daughter is doing her. She's in her 20s and she's living her life fabulously the way she wants to. So, where does that leave me? It leaves me in a state of reinvention. So now I'm wondering, who am I in this phase of life? What do I want to do? What do I want to experience? Because nothing is stopping me. All I have to do is set my mind to it and do it. So some of the things that I do want to do is travel. I was watching videos about women, some single women who have traveled internationally. I have my passport. It has no stamps in it. I've been nowhere and I've had this passport for 3 years. It's time to put it to use. So I'm going to plan a trip and I'm going to bring you along with me. The trip that I want to take is to Bali. I don't know. I watched that movie, Eat, Pray, Love, something like that with Julia Roberts. I can't remember the exact name, but I fell in love with her experiences. And I thought, how can I do that? Or I can do that, right? She went to Italy to eat Italian food. That's what I want to do. I want to have some real spaghetti and meatballs from an Italian restaurant in Italy. I want to pray in a temple in Bali. I want to meditate there. I even thought, I wouldn't mind getting a job at a grocery store or somewhere in the marketplace where I can meet people, where I can learn their language, right? And just experience the life that I always wanted to live. Nothing is stopping me but me, my mindset. But I'm going to do it. And this is the first step. So this video might be a ramble. It might not be a ramble. It might help somebody. That's the goal. But this is my life at 54. Okay? And let's see where it's going to take me. So, my question to you, if you are an empty nester, a single mother, a person about to retire or retired, and you're in my age range, what do you do now? What excites you? What are some of your goals at 54? Tell me about your life experiences, the things you've already been through and the things that you want to see, you want to experience, and you want to accomplish at 50s, in your 50s. I'm not going to edit this video. That's another thing. The videos that I make on YouTube, I don't think I want to do a bunch of editing. I just want to be my real, authentic self. You either gonna mess with me, you either gonna follow me, you either gonna like me, or you're not. That's something that I learned in my 50s. Just be yourself. If they for you, they for you. If they not, they not. And it's all good. So, once again, that was a ramble. Tell me in the comments, if you're in the 50 plus population, what are some things that you've learned? What are some things that you still want to learn? And what do you want your life to look like in this season of your life? I really would love to hear your comments and continue our conversation. So, until next time, thank you for watching.